Hey everyone, welcome to the first Hize Podcast. We're hoping to do it weekly. Um, Normally at the weekend, maybe. I'm not completely sure, but yeah. So to start with, we're going to talk about Hize for those of you that don't know what Hize is. I made Hize with the thought in mind of making esports more inclusive and diverse. So like give other people a chance that haven't had a chance to do something in esports. Um, but basically open more opportunities. Um, so as a little introduction, we're going to introduce ourselves. Um, my role in Hive is the CEO and founder. Um, my favorite game, I would say between Call of Duty and Fortnite, most probably Call of Duty. Why I joined Hive is pretty much the reason why I created Hive, pretty much. Um, and oh yeah, I'm Hive Fear, and my name's Luke. And yeah, tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is High Slayer, also Joshua, whatever. Um, my role in Highs is to be a content creator in many games, but mainly Fortnite, sometimes Rocket League, and I also post stuff about what I have to eat on a daily basis. And yeah, and I also might start vlogging my outings in the future, where such as football away days and stuff like that.
So, um, how me and Josh met, obviously, we knew each other before highs, which was very interesting because we actually went to college together. Which, when I first met, and then found out that he went to school with my brother, which is a very funny scenario because it makes it feel like a small world, really. Would you say there's any like funny uh moments or any like awkward moments between us when we met, maybe?
On maybe on the very first day, I think we both might have been a bit shy, quiet, but I think that's pretty normal when you meet new people. It happens. We've started loads of new things like college, uni, and it is always awkward to begin, but once you settle in with someone, that's it. It's like you've known them for years, really.
Okay, so we're actually going to ask a couple of questions. Oh, actually, let's talk about future episodes first. So future episodes, we're planning on getting some guests in on future episodes. Some episodes we won't have a guest, but it depends. So like, say we've done a tournament, we're going to get our rosters on to talk about their games, see how that went. Um, we're going to get other guests which are non-gaming guests. So our next episode, we're planning on getting special guests to come on to talk about his content creation and what he does. I don't really want to reveal too much, and yeah, I think that's it for future episodes. Um, Now we're just going to ask each other questions as well, and I'm not sure if we've got any questions from the community, but we'll have a look. But anyway, let's jump into it.
So, what made you start streaming and making content?
Well, I would say it was kind of a funny story actually because um, I was playing Fortnite with my best friend. Some of you may know Hize and I think it was in back in like 2019, maybe something like that. And I was playing some with me and Hazmush were playing with some randoms, and they said, um, well, actually, to be fair, before that, some people were saying that they had, when I got into randoms, they were saying, "Are you a streamer?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, you sound like a streamer." So I found that quite funny. Um, but yeah, we were in a random game with some people, and we've played a lot with those people. Then we kind of like added each other, and later on they said, "Oh, you should be a streamer or be a content creator." So I thought, you know what, let's try it. Let's try being a content creator and streamer. So I started making videos. But then I streamed a little bit on Twitch. I don't do Twitch so much now. It's more of YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got into streaming.
Yeah, that's really good.
How about you?
So I'm not so much of a streamer as you are, but I'm mainly a content creator. What got me into content creating really is just like entertaining others and starting to get a bit of a platform for myself on mainly TikTok at the minute, but hopefully to build up on apps like I don't know, like X, what we know as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Spotlight Snapchat. That's it. That's everything. That's what got me into streaming and making content. And I do plan to start streaming hopefully more this year on my free time after uni and during our breaks and stuff like that.
Interesting. Very interesting. Um, I'm gonna say like some quick fire questions as well. Actually, to be fair, controller or keyboard? You
It
can say why and your reasons why.
it
Just
depends. It depends what game you're playing. I think, in my personal opinion. I think for me personally, it's obviously controller. But if you have the ability to get good at keyboard, make the most of it because it's not easy to get good at. If you're mechanically good at every game, go for keyboard, absolutely. But if you're preference is controller, stick with what you know. Yeah, just do what suits better for you really. But overall, I definitely controller.
well, I think for me, I would personally say controller, but some people have actually said to me that controllers are actually harder to be good at, like properly good at. So keyboard and mouse is everyone keeps trying to sway me to keyboard and mouse, but personally, I'm used to controller for years. I've always been a controller, so
Yeah, absolutely. You got to stick with what you know. But yeah, I prefer controller. You get it's easier to use. You can carry it anywhere. It's harder to carry keyboard, mouse, and stuff in places. Controller, you just got a few buttons. You got stuff like aim assist and joysticks. Keyboard doesn't quite have as much movement mechanics as controller does. Yeah. Um, so this is a little bit off topic of gaming specifically, but we talk about this a lot, but what is your favourite, well, cheat meal essentially? Maybe it could be takeaway, something like that.
so like, what do you mean by like cheap? Like,
I'll give you examples like you got like pizza, McDonald's, burgers, stuff like that. Now basically unhealthy for meal, basically. It doesn't even have to be a fast food place. Let's say burger and chips or something.
um, I would personally say uh maybe a cheap burger, maybe because pizzas can be really expensive. So yeah,
Yeah, I think
I'm more of a
I
burger
agree.
sort of guy.
I think growing up I've been a pizza guy, but now I think I'm starting to become a bit of a burger guy because they're easy, quicker.
Yeah.
You can just walk to McDonald's anywhere, get a quick pound burger, and it's made pizza takes a lot longer. But yeah, I think pizza's more of a celebration meal, like when you've achieved something good. Let's say you've passed an exam or passed a block of uni, you order a takeaway to celebrate. So yeah. So right now, I don't know personally, but for you, what's your favorite movie of all time? Like movie, not genre, like actual specific movie, like I don't know, Wizard of Oz or something like that. Doesn't have to be that one.
Um. Well, I do have a top, but I don't have like a top single movie. But I do have like the front like franchises. But I would say I'm probably going to say my top three. To be fair, I would say my number three slot would be most probably Marvel, like probably like the Avengers, so like Endgame, Infinity War series. Um, and then my second one would be I would say the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit because they're such a good like franchise, like one of the
Yeah,
best ones. One probably the most popular ones as well. And then my number one franchise of all time has to be Star Wars, just because I grew up with Star Wars. Um, you could probably ask me anything Star Wars, but yeah,
What's your
yeah.
favourite Star Wars movie of all time? For me, it has to be Revenge of the Sith. Only the
Um,
I haven't watched the newer ones, but the older ones. Oh my.
I don't actually know to be fair. it would probably be one of the original ones.
The
So
original ones.
probably like A
Okay.
New Hope, maybe. That was probably going to be one of my options, but
Revenge of the Sith, because it's so action packed. A lot happens. But yeah, I would happily rewatch that movie. Um, this is another one I can also probably answer this one. What celebrity would you want to meet, and why would you want to meet that
uh,
celebrity?
so I don't actually know. It's kind of a hard one because there's a lot of celebrities on my list I'd love to meet. Um, I mean, there is one I'd like to meet, which would probably be George Lucas, the creator of Star
Yeah,
Wars,
that would be a great
because
one.
I feel like that would be one which I've always wanted to do. Unfortunately, I wanted to meet Stan Lee, but he's not here now, so unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's not doable now. But maybe in the future, I can meet George Lucas before it's too
definitely
late.
George
But
Lucas. For me, I've met a few celebrities already. I've met some former Leicester players. I've met the current squad. I'm not saying they're all good. I've also met Spudman on a few occasions. He's obviously growing still on TikTok and social media. But who would I want to meet who I haven't already? There's only one answer for me, and I never got to meet him, unfortunately. It's got to be Jamie Vardy. Unfortunately, he no longer plays in England. He plays in Italy now, so that dream might not be possible for a long time anyway. But I'm still hopeful. But other than him, a doable one, I'm not really sure to be fair. Maybe one of the Simon members, or all of them. That would be good. That's a bit more doable because they're in England. But yeah, that's who I would meet.
well, on the subject of Spudman, what would be your go-to jacket potato?
That's a really good one, and it does change. But if I went to Spudman right now, sorry about the lighting, that's my kitchen. Um, Spudman, probably cheese and beans. It's basic and it's just what I like. That's who I am. Last time I think I did get tuna, cheese and beans at one point. People do think that's a bit controversial, but yeah, but if I went up there right now, it'd be cheese and beans any day.
I would say cheese and beans, definitely. But I have also had cheese and bean,
Chili con carne.
chili, cheese and butter and
Yeah,
whatnot.
you have
So,
to have butter.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
but also there's kind of a controversy. We're kind of having this conversation the other day. Not us two, but I was having this conversation with someone. Would you say it's jacket cheese and beans or jacket beans and cheese?
this is what
Because
the
it's kind of a very interesting conversation.
this is what the spud
Also,
people.
guys, let us know in the comments what you would do first: the cheese, beans, or beans and cheese. Let us know in the comments.
See, this is what the spud people and the spud industry have debates on constantly. But they obviously do beans, no, they do cheese first, then beans, sorry. But usually people do the opposite way round. If it was down to me just eating it on my own,
Yeah.
I'd put beans first, then cheese. Sorry to the spud people, I know you don't like that. But that's what I would do personally, absolutely. Or both, beans first, no, cheese first, beans, then cheese again.
Well, I would personally say that this your second option. Like I would personally, what I normally do is I do butter. Well, obviously
You have to
butter,
have
but
butter.
cheese, beans, and then more cheese
Yeah, that's
because
what.
then
Yeah,
it's
that's
extra
also a good idea.
cheesy
That's also a good
as
idea.
well.
Yeah,
Because what I
that does
normally
work.
do is like the cheese that I put on first, I squash it into the jacket,
Yeah,
and then add the beans, and then add the cheese, extra cheese on top. So
got really fancying a potato now. I can't lie. I might have to go down to Tamworth again soon. But yeah.
mm.
So here's another one. This is a good question actually. If you was to start your life all over again, like from maybe not necessarily when you're born, but start again, what would you do differently when you're growing up? Like obviously some people make mistakes and that.
um, I don't actually know. It's a good question, but I feel like maybe I would say rather than like rushing into like a career because I don't know like how many people know that I kind of work as a chef because that was my number one career back then because like esports and gaming and content creation wasn't much of a thing. But I feel like back then when I was like in like 2015 doing like my GCSEs and stuff, I feel like I should have um took the that path and maybe made some content and did some content creation because back then it wasn't very big. So by now I would be like one of the big creators because it wasn't big back then. So it's kind of like, yeah, doing content creation earlier than later, I would say.
Yeah. Um, if it was down to me, I don't think growing up I was very social. Like when I was younger, I wasn't very social. I wish I made more of an effort to make friends. I'm not saying I didn't. Obviously, I've got personal reasons. Um, but yeah, I'd be more social. Maybe behave a bit more. Stop being toxic online. Well, that's a goal for the future. Well, I'm not saying I'm toxic, but you get what I mean. Like, stop getting angry, basically.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. And in person as well. Everyone gets angry. But I'm definitely more social now. So I've clearly improved since, probably since I went to college. I think I've been a lot more social. And then uni, you meet people every day. It's brilliant. But yeah. Um, thing is, so we've obviously just recently moved to a different location from our original area. So I was thinking, if you was to live somewhere outside of this country, England, like maybe UK in general, where would you live and why, if you had to pick?
um, I don't actually know. To be fair, I've not actually been to like many countries. Last summer was actually the first time I've been to another country ever. So some of you may have seen my Instagram. I went to work in America for summer. Um, I met a lot of people from other countries and stuff, but I've not actually been to any other countries other than America. And um, so I would personally, right now, I would say America, but I'm not too sure because I've not been to a lot of other countries, so I can't really say that. But if it was based on like if I've not been there, but I'd still like to live there. Maybe somewhere like really warm. So I don't know. I don't actually know really.
You
It's
got
kind of hard.
Australia, Spain, places.
Maybe somewhere like Spain or Brazil. Maybe somewhere warm or Thailand or
Yeah,
somewhere warm.
for me,
Definitely. But
it's two options. Either Spain, specifically the Barcelona region, because I've heard it's a nice area. There's a lot of things to do there. They've got a very successful football team, and it just seems like a very interesting place. Lots of food there. The only issue with living there is obviously I'd have to learn another language. But if I'm not thinking about language and I just want to live in an English country, I'd also say the same as you, and I'd say America, somewhere maybe close to New York. I wouldn't like living in New York; it's too busy for me. But somewhere close to New York, on the outskirts of New York, in America, I generally would live there. Yeah,
fair enough.
yeah, maybe. I don't really know much other places to be fair, but Brazil's not a bad shout. I think there's a lot of things to do there. But yeah, I think it'd either be Spain or America for me. Australia's too warm. I wouldn't like it there. But yeah, that's probably it. It's probably one of them two. So yeah, somewhere close to New York. I don't know the places outside New York, but yeah. So another question is, obviously we're in 2026 now, and a lot of people are talking about 2016 being 10 years ago, trending online. But I've got two questions on this. First of all, what is your favourite meme of all time? Maybe there's a lot from 2016. That's why I'm saying 2016. Like meme, like
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It could be a meme like within your friend group or just a meme you know online. It could be anything.
Um, I would. I don't actually know. Like, there's quite a few good ones. Like, the 21. That's a very good one. But I feel like the £1 fish is one that definitely comes to my
That's a
mind.
really
Definitely
good
a really
one.
good one. But there's some other ones like Why Are You Coming Fast? There's one which is one I don't actually know what year memes are
Yeah,
from, but I do know like a lot of them. But I don't actually know
yeah.
other than that. There are some of the ones which come to my mind.
I mean, for 2020, not 2016, I don't know any specific memes, but I know what was trending. You had like, I don't know if it was bottle flipping back then. You had some stuff like that. That was cool back then. But now, I'm just going to leave this here and not make a comment. So, also, another one is a personal meme. It's not a meme anyone really knows about. It's a meme where someone fired a golf shot off the course and I yelled off the course. It's been a thing everyone's been saying for a long time now, and it's one of my favourite personal memes. But going on to 2016, as we already just mentioned, what is your favourite memory from that year? Because it was such a packed year, looking back.
Ooh, I don't actually know to be fair. I know obviously you had like a Call of Duty, I think it was Black Ops 4 maybe released back
Maybe,
then.
yeah.
I think it was
Might have been
something like
around
that. It was Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, probably Black Ops 4, I feel like is more like the thing. So there was that release, but I also did play a lot of GTA 5 back then, so I don't actually know like some good memories apart from going to college, but I mean, there wasn't really much that I can think of that was a huge standout back then. Um, Obviously, I was still young, so I don't actually know. But yeah.
For me, it's very obvious and it's going to be biased. It's the year Leicester won the Premier League, and that's obviously going to be a lifetime memory, let alone the memory of that year. Also, that was my first full year of being in secondary school. I think I was like, I don't know what year, maybe 7 or 8 back then. Quite young. It was like, it was such a good year, full of trends, memories, Leicester winning the Premier League. Never happen again. The title parade in Leicester, hundreds of thousands of people were in Leicester that time. It was madness. It was, it was probably up there. Maybe, probably is one of the best years I've ever lived, and I was very young as well. But yeah, 2016, great year. 10 years ago, crazy to think.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. So we kind of have mentioned this at the very start of this, but what makes you who you are today?
Uh,
Not just saying as a content, just as a person.
um, I would say the people I met and like me pushing myself out of my comfort zone, really, because
Absolutely.
obviously me going to another country for the first time and happening to go on my own as well, that was probably one of the hardest things. But it also boosted my confidence level, so I feel like I'm more confident meeting new people, and yeah, the things that wasn't my strong suit is now I'm better at it. Like speaking in front of large amounts of people, I was horrible at it. I hate it. Still hate it now, but that's one thing I'm improving at. Slowly getting better. So
Yeah, your confidence has definitely grown since I met you on in college. You were very quiet to begin with, which is obviously again due to nerves, meeting loads of new people. Fair, it's normal, it's life. But the more you settle with people, the better you became, and now you're quite confident at uni. So yeah, and for me, it's quite similar to you. I pushed myself out of comfort zone, and I made sure because I was social towards the end of secondary school, but college was the time I started making more friends, definitely more memories. My college time may have not been 100% perfect, but it was pretty much all perfect, pretty much. But yeah, now moving on to uni, I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, moving from my hometown, big up the Shropshire, if you know where that is, um, to Leicester. Now adapting from a small town to not massive city, but a big-ish city is still a big difference from living in a town the whole of your life. There's more people, more to do, busier roads, busier environment, louder environment, and yeah, I think I adapted well. Met more people, became even more social. I can't stop going out now, which is crazy, except the bank balance.
Yeah,
Going out drinking
yeah, that's very
constantly, the
true.
uni thing. But yeah, that's what uni life is, and I love it.
Mm.
That's all I can say, really.
So, basically, what was it like? Speaking of gaming, so going back onto the gaming topic, what would you be your like worst game ever?
Worst
Yeah,
ever. Hmm. It's a bit hard because I've played hundreds of games. So I'm like,
like what's the one that comes to your mind that you're like, oh, I played that, but it was like the worst game, and I'll never play it again, or you wouldn't recommend it, and
I'm
like
actually gonna say a controversial one. It might not. It might.
it could be a game mode, like if there's not a
Nah,
specific game, it could be a game
it's
mode.
a game. It's controversial one. It's not necessarily the worst game out ever, but
Yeah.
it's for me personally a game I didn't like is GTA 5. I didn't like it. It's just
Mm.
too complicated, too much. Not many people play it now anyway, like who I know anyway. And I think it's too complicated to get the gist of the gameplay of it. I think GTA and plus it's the wait for GTA 6 has been too long. GTA 5 is boring now anyway.
I mean, for me, I don't know if I'll have like a worst game, but I feel like there's some games I've played, but I just it's so hard to learn. If I played it when it first came out, maybe it'll be better, but like playing it so late, it's so like difficult to learn. Um, one of the games which I do play, I have played quite a bit of, is Overwatch, but I feel like it's not the worst game ever, but it's one that's very difficult to like play loads and get good at. So like
Absolutely.
if we played it when it first came out, maybe it would be a bit better, but yeah.
I would have actually agreed with you on
Probably
that.
Valorant as well. That's probably one of the really hard ones to like get into.
Absolutely.
But
Rocket League as well. That's really hard to get good at now.
although speaking on the Overwatch half, if any of you guys are Overwatch players and you are good, uh, please reach out. We are soon going to be putting some applications up on our website for different roles within the team, different specific games. The website's currently being worked on. It's not linked in our bios just yet, but make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter because we will be going on there and putting announcements and updates on the website. We also have a new community tab on there. Um, so yeah. So what would your dream collab be?
For highs, uh, hmm, I think highs it has to be Simon. Highs and Simon collab would be great. Like like Simon obviously do videos like they do all sorts of videos, but let me give you an example of stuff they do, like hide and seek with the Simon. That'd be great. Also, another one, joining in on a charity match. Obviously, there's one coming up, which I'm going, but yeah, it would be great to actually play in a charity match. That would be great. Great cause for charity, and it'd be great to do that kind of thing. But
What about for like a collab for like you when like you're streaming or creating content? Like
oh
what
yeah,
would
so
your thoughts be?
gaming wise, see, I don't necessarily watch too many gamers nowadays, but I think some gamers I'd mention on this one, probably Ninja. I'm not saying I watch him too much anymore, but Ninja, I love Ninja. I think he's a great personality online. I think he's funny, and I still think he's got it in him to do that kind of thing. Um, but one person I probably could do more collaborations with. This is kind of a personal shout out in a way. Someone similar to us, someone called Kitty Cat. They play Fortnite. They sometimes stream reload Fortnite gameplay, stuff like that. I could possibly do a collab TikTok stream with her. It's possible. It's very possible. But if I'm to do a collab with someone famous, it has to be probably Ninja. Like a gaming collab. A Fortnite stream with Ninja or someone like that. Someone like Ninja.
I could probably say like a lot of people to be fair. Like Laserbeam, Lachlan,
Oh, he's a bit.
some of the other big OG Fortnite streamers would be
Lachlan's
great to collab with.
Lachlan's
But
great.
um, what about I think
Lachlan and Laserbeam are great.
who would like um who would your like dream like not like while on the topic of collabs, who would your like dream sort of like sponsor partner sort of partnership sort of be?
Also, like if I was streaming and I had a sponsor, it's not necessarily possible, but I know football teams do sponsor esports teams now. I know they do. Like, I'll give you an example. Man City, they have Rocket League teams and they're quite big now. So, if I can get sponsored by Leicester, maybe King Power, that would be great. But one that would be a good sponsor, maybe a little bit more doable, is someone like Spudman sponsoring you or Simon. One of them two would be a great sponsor. I'd love them. But one that's probably a little bit close to home. This is a random one, really. Mainly, maybe for my like dinner videos or something like that. Maybe not necessarily for gaming, but Walkers, because they have factories in Leicester, from Leicester.
Yeah.
That would be a great one, great sponsor for someone like us or me. Yeah.
So on the case of talking about like your dinner content and your food videos, um, where did you get the inspiration from?
The thing is, it's a question I've been asked a few times over the years. I didn't necessarily specifically have an inspiration, but what made me do it is I don't know what it was I was having for dinner at the time. Can't remember now. It might have been some like curry or something, something nice. I just thought, let's post it on TikTok, and I've changed the way I've said it loads of times. But yeah, I didn't really have a specific person to be honest. But yeah, what makes who's your inspiration just for your content, not dinner videos?
Um, I don't really know. Like I normally I just like kind of treat people that's like the bigger content creators, the OG content creators. I kind of like watch them and they kind of inspire me and like, oh yeah, this is where I want to be or this is where I should be and yeah, that's kind of my inspiration. Like not particular person, but like the people who do like content creation and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. So also another question is if you had to pick someone, like it could be anyone, to I don't know, if someone you wanted to do, I don't really know what to ask to be honest. If there was someone you wanted to go on a collab trip with, like some people do vlogs with other YouTubers, like
Yeah.
holidays maybe. Who would you go with?
Um, I would say I would go with uh, ooh, it'd be great to go with like some people from Powell, maybe some of the Sidemen, because I
Oh,
feel like it would make the trip interesting.
great show, Simon again. Um, Again, I'd agree with Simon, but I've got someone who's like starting to build themselves up traveling wise, very slowly. Well, it's quickly actually. He's been loads of places like Thailand, places like that. He was in Asia for like 3 months at the start of last year. Yeah, I don't necessarily watch him, but I definitely watch his father for sure. It's Charlie May. I would go with him because he's
Mm.
about my age, and he does loads of travel vlogs. I think that would be great. That would be a great trip. That would. But yeah, Charlie's funny. He's got a good personality, and he's he's smashing it. And yeah, that's who I would probably go on holiday with, like for trip, like vlogging
Yeah.
collaboration trip with. It'd be great. Yeah. Also, on the topic of that kind of thing, like people, TikTokers are opening their own franchises, like pubs, shops, etc. If you was to open a franchise for Highs, what would it be?
Um, I mean, I don't really know like shop wise or like franchise wise, but maybe like I would personally say just like HQs or mostly just like different highs locations. So it'd be nice to have like a HQ and somewhere specific, like specifically where we can actually be based, and maybe have like a chain of HQs. So maybe have like different ones in different places in the world where we have players and stuff. Um, would be one main thing that we could have. But yeah, that's one main thing.
Yeah, it'd be great to branch out to other countries across the world, expand our like popularity across the world, and explore more cultures and see things how they are. Like,
So while we're on the fact of like sort of gaming content, would you rather grind ranked or grind like content? So
see, that's a really good question because obviously, recently, this is aimed at Fortnite, specifically Fortnite on this one. They've added an update this season where you have to grind for rewards in ranks now, which obviously you've been able to do that for years, but now you have to reach certain ranks to get
yeah,
rewards, which I think is a very controversial thing. So, and I don't really know if I want to grind to Unreal in every game just to get a wrap or something, which, because
yeah,
obviously I've got personal life as well. So, I'd rather definitely grind content creating because it's not just about gaming. You can do in real life content like challenges, vlogs, outings, all sorts. You can do a lot. You can do a lot. And then gaming there's a variety of content that's not rank based. That you can do meme gameplay and all
yeah.
like sky bases and stuff like that. But yeah. What would you say on this one?
Um, well, for me, I kind of like grinding the content, but I have been playing a lot of ranked Fortnite, but not so much recently because of the like matchmaking. It's I don't know what they've done to it, but it's just sometimes it's unplayable.
On and off.
Um, so I have been playing a lot of Call of Duty recently. But I mean, generally, I think I'm better at Call of Duty. But we've also got Call of Duty ranked coming out very soon, couple of weeks, I think it is. Um, so I will be playing most probably a lot of Call of Duty ranked. Um, I haven't actually been streaming a lot recently, so I am thinking the days I don't stream, maybe do some like IRL content, but kind of connect it to highs if I can as well, to help highs grow. But I've been trying to focus on getting us active as a team as well, and we are really looking to recruit people because we need more people, like members in general. So I am going to be putting a lot of applications up on the website. So uh, just keep posted about that and keep your eyes out. And yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, well, it's good to see that we're getting more people, not just from our country, across the world. Like I said previously, it expands our brand across more different countries and cultures. It's great.
but also a lot of people that follow you, like not necessarily the people that follow highs, but as I know, and some people may know that you're a massive football fan.
Can be, yeah, slightly,
So
yeah.
I actually have something for you. So I have
Oh,
one of the Topps Premier League packs,
oh
which is
yeah,
like obviously you only can get
massive.
them in the UK, but obviously Leicester aren't in there, so it's not possible to get Leicester. But I just thought I'd mention
Not
that.
happening anytime soon.
But yeah, so yeah, we've got one for him to open, um, just as part of it, so we can see what he gets and see if he gets anything good.
I don't know which way you're supposed to open these. I can't remember. It's been a while. Wait, so Um, you want to see this. We've got SA, who's no longer at Palace since then. We've got Doku from Man City. We've got, I can't pronounce his name, I'm going to have to read that. Yankuba Minte from Brighton. Alexander Isak from Newcastle. He's now a Liverpool player. Oh, I think this is a good one. We got I can't say his name. Nadir from Everton. I know he's alright. Nelson Semedo from Wolverhampton. They're not doing too great. Emerson Palmieri from West Ham. And Josh Laurent from Burnley. But yeah, some good cards. I think I've missed a few by mistake here. I can't lie. I will have to show. It's these two here I've missed. We've got, I think it's Mickey or Mikey Moore from Tottenham, and this is probably a very good card. Jordan Pickford, very good goalkeeper from Everton, England's #1 keeper as well. But yeah, some good players in that. Some good cards.
So yeah, I just thought we do that as a little bit of extra, but so we're going to be trying to do these, as I said near the start, we're going to try and do weekly episodes. I'm not sure if they're going to be uploaded at the same time, but I'm going to try and get them at the same time. It depends on if we're able to make the episode. But I also want to do a lot of like IRL content within Hize, but not so much on my. Although I do want to kind of do some of my own content with, which is IRL, but mostly Hize. I kind of want to branch out because uh, I think it was like last year we decided to move on to like not just a gaming role, but we kind of want to be like a lifestyle brand. But also we're really like going to be going down on our merchandise and apparel, so we're going to be releasing a lot of merchandise soon. We've just got to build up a lot of like designs and stuff to get ready so we can release them like hopefully every month or every couple of weeks we'll just release new merchandise, new drops. Um, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I believe that's the end of our episode. Unless you've got anything to add.
Not currently. That could be say if that could be saved for the next episode.
So
So
yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and make sure to smash that big red subscribe button and drop a like. And yeah, let's get this video to 6, 7 likes, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.